Welcome back, everybody. I'm R&B, the Tractor Man, and yeah, we're ready to begin again on this thing. Took about a week and a half off in harvesting, and we got rain today, so harvesting is over for right now. So I'd like to get back into this. I did do a video earlier today on getting the top back in shape, so if you haven't had a chance, take a look at that. Just a quick video. For today, we're going to get going on this. So I think what I want to do is go ahead and get the front spindles cleaned up and install tonight, and we'll see where we're at, see what's next. I know levers are coming, so we may try to get into that tonight as well. So, get busy. Okay, so I've dug out the front spindles. They're not in too bad a shape. I think I'm just going to do a bunch of wire brushing. We'll get them all cleaned up and try to give them a good primer. Throw them on. Yeah, wire brush time. I'm not going to show this because it's pretty simple and just repetitive on all this stuff. Alright, I got a little carried away. I got the spindles cleaned up, and then I thought, well, I got the grinder in my hand. I might as well go ahead and run it through the wire wheel, run it through the rest of the parts. So that's what I did. All the parts that are ready, I went ahead and wire wheeled. I'm going to go ahead and get them primered tonight, and then we'll be in good shape. So, yeah, I think that's next. Just throw a little primer on them. I'll probably do a couple coats, and then we'll get back to painting. Got to be a little bit warmer to paint. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, I think I made good progress this evening. So, yeah, I got all the parts all primered. First coat. So, just gotta let them dry now. So, and I'll probably do another coat on them. Turn them over, do another coat. Yeah, so we're in good shape there. So I do have one part that's a little bit frozen up. Let's see if we can turn the light on here. So I'm working it back and forth, and I think I might go ahead and get it primered too. I think if I mount it on the tractor and then feed it back and forth, it'll bust loose. It's loose. It's just got a little bit of grime down inside of it, so I think that's what's fighting me. So yeah, so that'll be the next step, is obviously all these levers and stuff need to go back on this thing. So we'll probably get the front steering bolsters in and then start playing around with levers. Get levers. I'd like to get everything in there. The next part that I'm going to have to clean up is going to be the lift mechanism. That way we can get it bolted back up there. So, coming together good. I'm going to go ahead and call it here and continue on tomorrow. Alright guys, it is a couple days later. Got busy out at the farm again, working on some projects while the weather was somewhat nice. Muddy out there as usual, but yeah, a little rainy again today. So, I'm in the process of primering. I did buy some more primer. Different brand I use on this. I'm not very happy with this, so I may do quite a quick cleaning on it and give it the typical primer that I use. So what I'm going to do today is finish getting this stuff primered, and don't know how long I'm going to work out here. I'd love to work out here all day, but got other things I got to do too. So, okay, I'm just going to primer. Alright guys, so while the paint is drying, or the primer is drying, yeah, I guess I'm motivated on this tractor finally. The other night I took some time and did some research on what I need for this engine. I know that when I got the engine it was missing an air cleaner assembly, the oil bath cleaner, and I had picked one up, new old stock, but it unfortunately is not the right one. So, not a big deal, we'll put that in parts still. So I did find the right one, I believe. Kind of tricky to find, but looks the same. So ordered it, should be here this next week. Excited about that. Then the fuel tank. So this is the right kind of a fuel tank for an 80H Wisconsin engine, but these engines came out, they use them on many different things. So some applications were the small tanks and some were the oval tanks. So I have the oval tank on my articulated garden tractor, which has the same engine, and I thought about taking that one off and putting this one on because I really don't run that one around. It's more of a showpiece. but I thought, you know, all the hard work I did for that machine, see if I can find a tank. So I was able to find a tank. I got a tank and a bracket on one order. It was missing the other bracket, so I had to order that, and that one bracket was just as much as the tank and everything. But at that point, when you're this far into a tractor like this, you got to be careful not to go overboard with pricing, but you know, you just need the stuff just to get it done. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get this thing done. So the only thing I didn't order on this was a new tag, and I don't know. I really need to. So I have a tag guy that I ordered for my other tractor, so I'm going to try to get in touch with him and see if I can get that plate too, and we'll duplicate it. Because when we tear into this and start restoring this and painting it and stuff, I think a new tag would definitely set it off. So I think that's where we're at. I'm going to let the primer dry for a little bit, probably turn the pieces over, primer the other side. He's done there, and then probably if I get some more time today, we'll get the front end reassembled on this thing and see where we go from there. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Alright, I believe the time is here. Time to start doing a little reassembly. Before we work on the front spindles, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the brake pedals on. I think that's a good spot to start. They're primered, ready to go. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I had to go buy a couple pins. I lost one of my pins for it, but not a big deal. We got new pins for that. I definitely want to make sure that those are free moving. So yeah, so that'll be first. I'm going to get you guys set up, and we should be able to drop those in place and use the cotter pin and put them down. It'll be something like that. I think I'll go ahead and try to get these at first. Alright. We'll definitely have to do a little adjustment on those. What's right there? There it is. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and drop some cotter pins, and brake should be on. Alright guys, not sure how this is going to go, but I think we're ready to go ahead and put the front spindles on. Kind of got them dry fit. It's going to be fun, I tell you. Can't find my assembly lube. Of course, I'm still trying to move in. So I got a little machine oil here. That'd be better than nothing. Just gotta get it lubed a little bit, and then we will definitely grease this thing really well. Okay. I believe it goes like this. Watched my videos twice now. It's not making much sense. It'd make more sense going this way. I'm almost certain it goes like that. Before we do it, that one's got to go front. Gotta do that way. Alright. Let me just double check. Alright, I am right on how it goes. So I kind of double checked. I got my phone here with pictures I took off videos I watched the other night. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Alright, let's start with this bad boy. From everything I see, it's going to be just kind of a tighten down the pin. One in. Woohoo! Making progress, guys. Alright, I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's together. We can put the crosslink in. Grab some cotter pins. This just slides right up underneath here. Like that. Alright, so we got the lever on. And yeah, I went ahead and put the seat on too. It's kind of in my way. So it's a little stiff, but it is turnable. So we'll just have to work it back and forth. I think what I'm doing with here is this still needs to be freed up, but I think because it's been welded that it's probably not completely right in there. I think that was somebody's fix. So, but I think we can get it freed up with just movement. So we'll give that a try. So what's next? I think what I need to do is go ahead and get the pulley assembly on here. I think that's the next thing. And it's going to be kind of an awkward piece to work with. So let me go and grab that and we'll get you guys set up. Alright, guess I should get you guys caught up. As you can see, the table is getting lighter. Yeah, I just kind of been putting parts on. Just going together fairly quickly, fairly good. So here we go. As you can see, I just got the clutch pedal on. Kaboom, yep. Both brake pedals are on. Got the lever for the steering. So yeah, seats on. I just put this bracket on here. This is a mechanism for the clutch. So that's my next thing, is figure that out. I think what I'm going to do though is go ahead and get the lever on for the lift system. I think that's next. I want to get that out of the way. That'll clear off this table pretty much. Yeah, we got that. That's the other part of it. And then this is the mechanism that holds the lift bracket, the up and down, lack of words, on the machine. So that probably needs to go on too. So just because I don't have very good pictures and stuff, I've got to almost like just kind of piece it together, which makes sense, and I've had to take a couple things off. For example, the brake pedals, when I put them on, they were on backwards from what my picture showed, which is kind of silly. And the reason I say that is this. So this is the way they go. Okay, but it's got the guards on the inside, and those should technically go on the outside. You don't want your foot slipping outwards. I don't know why your foot would slip inwards, but that's the way the picture shows. So maybe somebody put them on that way when they had this apart. I don't know. I've looked at a couple different pictures. It makes sense because, as you can see here on this one, you know, you got clear movement all the way across. So I don't know. Weird. Maybe you know. Always welcome to leave comments. Yeah, you know, it's YouTube, so you get good comments, get bad comments, and no comments, and people mad, and all that fun stuff. So Alright, yeah, I think the lift mechanism is going to be next, and then we'll come back to the clutch unit and get that all figured out. Man, this thing has just come along. Yeah, so got all the linkages up, got the clutch assembly put together. So yeah. Okay, so the last thing, let's see what's here. So on this bench we have the front hubs. And so I think we're going to go ahead and put them on. These are kind of unique things. So the hubs go on, and then the tires and tube gets smashed between that and then the caps. So here's a cap. So there's 3 bolts, and so these things just kind of go like this. Boom, right? Okay. Boom, there's your rim. It's a pretty unique design. So we obviously won't do that. I went ahead and primered those because I had them and I needed to check out, see where we're at. But we're going to go ahead and put the inner hub or inner rim part on. I'm not sure what you would call that. Is it a hub? Is it a rim? I don't know. And then at least then we'll be done with that. And then we'll get the other ones painted up last. My goal, so I've got everything primered, and I was painting stuff and putting it on, and first off, it's just been too cold to paint, but I think once I get the bulk of this put together, then we should have a warm spell to where we can be able to get some paint in here. I could bring in my shop heater, it's just really noisy, and we'll get this all painted as one piece, then put rubber on, then the outer hubs and stuff. So, you know. So the next step, we'll get those front hubs on, and then I need to dig out the under part of the lift mechanism, and that'll be the next part that we clean up and get on this. So like I said, we got some stuff coming for the engine, so my goal is by next week, probably working on the engine, do a restoration on it. I did order belts, and like I said, the only thing I think I didn't order was the nameplate, and I'll have to see where I can get that at again. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put the hubs on. Just kind of dry fit them, even though I did I put a little oil on the spindles again. Okay. Not all the way. I feel like it. Let's try the other one. Let's see how far in it goes. I feel like that should go up on that shoulder just a little bit more. Alright. Yeah. Definitely go on that shoulder just a little bit more. Okay. Let's figure out why this one isn't going on. It's acting like it just needs a little persuasion. There we go. Alright, I do believe she's starting to look like a tractor again. So we got the front hubs on. Yeah, I think that's about as far as I'm going to go today. I did go ahead and pull out the rear lift assembly, and it is here. I need to break it apart a little bit in order to put it back on. I do remember like taking it off with the rear end and stuff, and so I've got to take these linkages off. So this top part of the linkage goes on top, obviously the drawbar down below. So I have to finagle it in there, but it needs to come apart in order to do that. So we got that. I also pulled out the blade for the front. It's not perfect by any means. It is tweaked, but I think I can make it work. I actually think it's upside down right now. It is. So yeah. So I will go ahead and get both of these items cleaned up, disassembled where needed, and then that'll be our next video, is assembling the lift mechanisms. and then by then we should have parts to the engine, and we'll figure out what we got to do. We'll probably do a separate video altogether about cleaning up the engine and trying out the new parts for it and everything else. So hope you like this kind of content. We are making progress on this. Yeah, goal is to get this done this year. So middle of November now. So a month and a half. Should be able to do it. So alright, till then.